are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait, apply now.
Hey farmers, if you don't already, you need to get to know the guys at Boyk Farm Outfitters. If you're ready to turn your sprayer into a money-saving smart machine, they can hook you up. If you just want to get your chemicals from some good guys that care about your operations goals, they want to chat. They work with progressive growers all over eastern Nebraska to assist with equipment upgrades and input options. Boyk Farm Outfitters is equipping the modern farmer. Check them out at BoykFarmOutfitters.com. That's BOECK FarmOutfitters.com.
Across Nebraska, voters will have the chance to end the current government abortion ban. The government shouldn't be making decisions for families' health care, but right now they are. Ending the ban takes 2 votes. A vote against 434, the first initiative, and then a vote for 439, the last initiative. It's only this combination that will finally get the government out of the personal medical decisions of Nebraska families. Voting against 434 and for 439 ensures that when there's a medical emergency, it's Nebraska families who decide what to do, not the government. This vote against 434 and for 439 makes it so our Nebraska doctors can treat every patient. The government put this ban in place, stripping Nebraska families of their freedom, but you can end it with 2 votes. The first against 434, and then vote for 439. Paid for by Protect Our Rights.
Everyone should have a collection of something. For some, it's stamps or coins, expensive cars, or even watches. But for a lot of people, it's sports cards. And there's no better way to grow your collection than with the help of Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's first and only collector-first sports cards and memorabilia shop. Capital City Sports Cards connects collectors of all ages and demographics with unique collectibles sure to bring any collection to life, no matter the budget. Visit Capital City Sports Cards near 56th and Old Cheney or through their eBay storefront. Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's premier sports card and memorabilia store.
League One Volleyball is coming to Omaha this January. Featuring Olympic medalist Jordan Larson and Justine Wong-Arantes, Love Omaha Volleyball is Omaha's newest pro team. The inaugural season will showcase some of the world's best volleyball players, from medalists to NCAA champions and international superstars, with the action kicking off on January 24th at the Liberty First Credit Union Arena. Visit lovb.com for more information and to purchase tickets. Volleyball is the next major league.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Coppell Chevrolet GMC, and we want to thank all of our customers for a great September. And now it's time for our annual Halloween sales event happening right now at Coppell. Get 0% financing at Coppell. You heard right, 0% financing on select new models. Also, huge discounts up to $11,500 are available. It's our annual Halloween sales event. Get $11,500 off or 0% financing at Coppell. So please stop on by or check us out online at CoppellCars.com. You'll be glad you did 0% with Roof Credit.
Welcome to The Drive with A.D. Raff and Ahman Grain. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0, and bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska eSports coach, Ahman Grain.
Look at Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. Nick Sainert, You can get older and still have a good time in life. Just because we're not 23 does not mean you still cannot have fun.
Okay, right? Is that the way this works?
Yeah.
Anyway,
unbelievable.
Good morning, gentlemen. Hey, who won the Thursday night football game last night?
Jets, Jets.
Nick, you're the only one that called it, man.
Standard Island, population of 1.
You're the only one that called it.
Yep.
Real quick, shout out, safe travels to AG as he travels up to Green Bay this weekend. He will not be with us this morning. Be back Monday, so safe travels to AGZ. You were the only one that called it, Nick, and I was
visionary.
Had it playing in the truck when I was coming back from Kearney last night, and special teams for the Jets almost cost him that game last night. And we'll get into that because we'll definitely get into that. But we'll call.
Thank you. I completely said it for actual reasons and not just making it up trying to be on my own.
You're like the Lee Sterling of the drive.
Nope. Don't clump me in that.
Yeah.
We're not clumping me in that.
Yeah. Might want to stop.
I wasn't even listening to it, but I heard about it.
He made me work out harder when I was like, hey, man, watch your mouth. Watch your mouth about that. So, Nick, in your neighborhood, with their text line, let us know. Did you have a lot? I've heard parts. Obviously, I was gone, so I don't know. Was your neighborhood busy or was it not busy? So, Nick, in text line, let us know how was your Halloween? Was it busy in your neighborhood? Nick, what about yours, man?
I'm not sure there was one trick-or-treater.
Are you serious?
Yeah.
Over.
I was driving. I was out and about driving, doing some things last night. And I did have some kids just run into the middle of the road, though, in the neighborhood that I was in. So I stopped. The parents were yelling at them. And then I allowed the other kids that did not run across the street to allow them to go. But in my neighborhood, not one single trick-or-treater.
So nowhere.
Everybody's big on the trunk or treats nowadays. You get all your doors, all your cars, and just one trip around the parking lot.
Raff, what about you? Did you guys?
Well, I have no clue because I was at the cigar lounge. However, I did not get my potato chips, so I feel like I did not have a good Halloween.
He told me about that, man.
Raff paid $30 to DoorDash a sandwich. He paid $30 to DoorDash.
I didn't get my chips.
It was funny.
I want to get Rico's input. Raff told me that last night.
Hey,
I would have been pissed.
I think the best part,
$30 for a sandwich.
AD, the best part was he sits there, opens up the bag. He's like, they didn't bring my chips. They didn't get my chips. I paid $30 for a sandwich. And I said, well,
we won't say who.
I said,
we won't
you
say
still
who.
paid $30 for a sandwich and chips? Well, yeah, the chips, it made me feel better because I knew I was getting a sandwich and chips for $30.
They surcharged the heck out of you last night because of Halloween and everything.
Yeah. I got.
You got.
And the one place we usually always go to, which we won't mention, but that was odd. They closed at 6:30.
They were closed early.
That is weird.
Yep.
Rico, we're talking about, first of all,
why am I here? You told me to come
I want you to come in because I saw you first, you and Rach and the kiddos. You guys had awesome pictures. I seen those this morning.
Yeah.
Was the neighborhood that you guys were in, was there a lot of kids there?
Yeah.
Did you guys just stay in your neighborhood last night?
We always
and it was packed.
Oh, yeah. It's beautiful. It's fantastic.
See, Nick and those guys didn't have anyone.
Really? I didn't have a single trick-or-treater.
I told you to come over.
I know.
We should have went to Bennett.
Yeah, I know. I want these adult Jell-O shots.
There was this one house has apple cider with Fireball in it.
I don't drink alcohol
every year. Every year they have it.
Warms the
Matt
soul.
Dow's listening.
I mean, maybe.
It warms the. You were just talking about adult Jell-O shots.
No, I hate them. WIB.
I wanted them so I could throw it on the ground.
Yeah. Hey, these are bad.
Yeah, no, they have a spiced apple cider. It's delicious. Warms the soul. It's really good. No, we were just in our neighborhood and it was great. I did want to tell a story last night. I tweeted it out. KJ was getting tired, so Rachel's carrying him, so I'm carrying his little bucket. Ellie's walking next to me. We're walking back to our house, and these two teenage boys kind of walk by us, and one of them has like a pillowcase filled with stuff, and he looks at me and he goes, "Is that your basket?" I go, "No, it's his." And I point at KJ, and he goes, "Open it up." And me and Rachel are just like, "Are we about to get shook down by some teenagers?" Like,
Rico got mugged by a 14-year-old.
I'm like, am I gonna have to kick a teenager in the chest right now? Like, what are we doing right now? And I said, "Excuse me?" And he goes, "Open it up. It's only half full. You can't go home with a half full bucket of candy." And so I put it on the ground. And he puts his pillowcase down, takes it out, takes a whole bunch out, puts it in KJ's. He looks at Ellie. He goes, "Do you want some?" I go, "Ellie, put your bucket down." She's like smiles really big. She goes, "Really?" And I go, "Yeah, he's being really nice."
Man.
So he pulls it out and pulls hers up and just goes, "I hope you guys have a really good Halloween." And we're like, "Thank you so much." And we're walking up and there's another like mom and her kid behind us. and he did the same thing. He was at his bucket, and the mom kind of like wanted to walk by, like I could see her, and he goes, "No, I want to put candy in it." And she's like, "What?" He's like, "I want to fill it up for you." So he just dumped the rest of his pillowcase into that kid's bag.
That is so cool.
That
man.
differs from the two I was telling you about it last night. AD they
Stole all the candy.
They put people out their candy out in front of the house.
Yeah,
I got a ring notification. Hold on. So this was the
Rico. That is crazy.
Yeah.
cool,
So
man.
I doubt the kids listen. I don't know if the kid told his parents what he was doing, but shout out to that kid. Up in our
Pillowcase,
neighborhood,
dude.
up in Northwest Lincoln. Shout out to the kid with the pillowcase walking around filling
Well
kids'
done,
buttons.
Mm.
Great kids out there still.
Yeah. So a half a mile away from my house, it said, "Well, this kid stole my entire candy bucket. I guess it was dumb to leave out a $30 metal pumpkin. These teenage boys just thought it was too cute, I guess." So somebody took the entire pumpkin filled with candy.
They'll get theirs.
Dang.
They'll get theirs. It all comes back.
And then somebody, the first comment, Ring is awesome because you get these neighborhood interactions. You don't know anybody because everybody's anonymous. It's like neighbor 1, neighbor 3, neighbor 8. Neighbor 3 goes, "I'm sorry to say this, but this is an issue every single year all around Lincoln. Yes, it's best to let them ring the bell and do the whole trick or treat thing. Everybody does it once, then never again. You should consider your camera place in it. It is horrible and you can't see anything." So now we got people criticizing where they put their ring doorbells as well.
Wow. Rico, I love how they did that. I'm gonna read a few texts here. 5284, if I can see right. Kindness always wins. It's a world where selfishness and everything is about me and me. It's great to see young kids act so selfless. It really is. Chad and Kyle, Texas. He says we had a neighbor that bought 6 bags of 120 count candy, ran out at 8:30.
Hello.
Well, now are we giving just one to each, or are we allowing 3 or 4 per person there?
I don't know.
Depends on the size. Like if it's the small ones, there were a lot of families that were like, take 2, take 3.
Yeah.
There were some that had like the little things like Jolly Ranchers and stuff. They're like, just, the kids, they're like, grab a handful. But if it was like teenagers, they're like, grab a few.
I mean, because we're looking at like 720 trick-or-treaters there.
Hello.
That's a
in
lot.
Kyle, Texas. If each person gets 1.
Jesse says here, not a single trick-or-treater. You're supposed to turn your porch light on.
Yeah.
Good morning to you, Jesse.
So if you want the real risk, ring the doorbell without the porch lights on.
We did that a few times growing up. There's this one old lady, very mean, but we were rude also.
You were probably the ones that stole the entire candy bowl.
I never did that. we went to the rich neighborhoods. They were handing out king size candy bars.
Wow.
Yeah, that was shout out to Omaha.
You know what?
But there's one house in our neighborhood that has motion sensor lights. So they weren't there, but every time somebody walked by, the lights would come on, so kids would go up. And so people are like, there's nobody there. Nope, they're not giving out candy. It's motion lights. It's not. So you walk away, then they would turn off. Somebody would walk by and turn back on. The kid's like, oh.
Dave from Renew, I'm not going to mention the name of the establishment. This is Matt. Read a few more of these texts before we go to break. This is Matt. Good morning. Good morning, boys. Yeah, we had about 185 kids. We had 12 pounds of candy and ran out before 12:30 p.m. Cigar guy. You're just coming up here. Nick, if you can see it, mine's positive. What is a cigar guy?
My neighborhood was better than normal. We probably had 50 kids.
50 kids. Mouth of the South. What's up, brother? He goes, my neighborhood was dead, but also, Nick, stop lying. You definitely ate all your candy while the kids begged for a couple. Oh,
I didn't have it.
Nick was sitting there while they're pounding on the door.
And I know Raff can vouch for that too. I know Nick did not have any candy at all.
Piece.
The kids are pounding, they're like, we can see you.
Yeah, right.
Tristan, what's up? My neighborhood had a bunch of kids last night trick-or-treating in West Lincoln. Love it, love it, love it, love it. WIB, Bennett was on fire. You can get Jello shots for adults and candy for kids.
Good thing it's not the other way around.
Yeah.
How about this one?
Take the kids to Bennett next year.
How about this one? Big Golf Guy asks, what is the ideal? This is not a question for me. What is the ideal candy to teach your kids about the dad tax? Hadn't had a Twix in years, but last night Harv paid taxes in Twix bars.
The mom and dad tax in our house goes on forever. So they'll be getting the candy, and I'll just reach in the bag and grab just anything. But we fill up a candy bowl, or we have their bag sitting out there, and anytime they ask for a piece of candy, we get a piece of candy. And they're just like, why are you taking? They're like, why are you taking my candy? I go, because you want some candy. I'm taking some candy.
They're gonna grow up terrified of tax season.
Hey, good. You should be.
Yeah, you're never going to grow out of that one.
Yeah, I'm actually scared.
Yeah, you should be.
I was, as far as the dad tax, I was I'm not. I mean, I can eat it. If it was fruit snacks, as Raff knows, they wouldn't have any. They wouldn't have any candy.
You don't
left.
have any fruit snacks.
I would eat all of them. But I'm just not. I mean, I like candy, but I'm just not a big candy guy. If it's around, I will. But I'm not one that just has to eat it. So the one thing we would do, though, we just wouldn't let them have just free reign to it.
Oh no!
I mean, it wasn't just it was put up a little bit here, a little bit there, but yeah, that's a good dad tax to have.
Problem is
Twix.
KJ has the same candy preference that I do. So the
What is
Whoppers, the malted milk balls.
Oh, those
That's
are
usually
good.
because I'm like
I haven't had those in a long time.
My
Ellie
dad
doesn't like
used to
them.
have a machine and you turn it. And
Are you serious?
Oh yeah.
Oh, I love those.
That crunch.
Yeah,
on
I
them,
love
man.
those. So
Little
I'll
candy
take Ellie's.
dispenser.
I'll take all of Ellie's, but KJ likes them, so I'm like, I gotta take something else. So usually I'll take like a Milky Way or something from his.
Yeah,
I don't
those
care.
are
I'll take
good.
the good candy. I don't care.
You know what? A candy.
I
bar-
took you around. I'm eating the good candy.
Do they still sell Bings?
No.
Remember the Bings?
Yeah,
Raff?
Cherry beans. They still got those.
Yeah.
I'm so quick with a no there.
I haven't been in Ben Franklin's for a while. Do you guys remember Ben Franklin's
Yeah,
over there on?
don't.
That's sad.
I didn't grow up here.
There's beans other than Ben Franklin.
I don't know. That's where you got all. That's the only place. That's where you got all the old time candy.
Twin Bing. There you go, David. Twin Bing.
Oh yeah, they have those.
I haven't had those in a long time.
Remember when you used to drive into Kansas City on the left? It used to be home with a cherry mash. Or
Yes.
whatever?
Yes. Is that still there?
It's gone.
Man,
Just like the
that
jury.
was like an instant. That was a landmark
Yeah,
right there.
every time we drive in,
You can see
I
it.
was like, oh, I want to take a tour of that factory.
Speaking of Kansas City landmarks, the Jury Inn and Suites.
They just moved it up here.
They're moved into Lincoln.
Do you guys know
Yes,
how often
it's right there.
you guys
It's
know
right
how
there.
often Nick's just gonna stay there?
Yeah. Well, you know what?
I can't wait. Staycations, man.
Staycations.
Can't find me at the house. Police officer can't find me at the house. Find me at the Jury Inn and Suites.
Nick's just gonna walk to work. We're like, how'd you walk? Because I was at the jury.
I can't wait.
Folks,
I
we're going to
cannot
go
wait.
to our first
Oh
break.
my
We got a
gosh.
little Thursday night football to discuss.
Can't get done with
Also, there was a particular individual from UCLA that had some words to say, which I saw that last night. I want to bring it up and let us listen to that as well. Keys to victory for Husker football. And also, folks, Wisconsin versus Nebraska. Nebraska visits Wisconsin. Rico, I might want to have you come in and cheer about that as well, because there is a certain thing at stake in that game. We take on Wisconsin tonight. Also, we'll talk about top college football weekend games as well. But, of course, we're going to talk about the Huskers. But we got Thursday night football. We come back, folks. It is November 1st.
Yikes.
November 1st.
Birthday month.
It's Friday, The Drive.
Bagels and Joe is the perfect place for breakfast or lunch in November. Try their brand new fall sweet trays, including cinnamon rolls, pumpkin chocolate chip muffins, pumpkin cheesecake brownies, and apple croissants. 4 locations in Lincoln and 1 in Seward. Bagels and Joe.
Garage doors can be expensive. Are you keeping yours in the best condition possible? This is Cameron Hall with Doors Plus. Doors Plus is a locally owned business that prides itself on the fast, reliable, and friendly service. Doors Plus offers flexible scheduling so you can book an appointment that fits your busy day. My team and I will come out to your property, both commercial and residential, and provide you with the necessary information you need to make sure your garage door is in working and smooth condition. Give Doors Plus a call today at 402-590-5800 to book an appointment and learn more about our preventative maintenance plans. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Hey guys, it's Nick. The high school football playoffs are here, and we're continuing our high school football coverage live from Seacrest Field this Friday as 7-seed Lincoln Southeast hosts number 10 Millard North. Kickoff between the Knights and the Mustangs is slated for 7 p.m. as our pregame coverage starts at 6:50. Join me and Jay Foreman this Friday from Seacrest Field as we bring you playoff action between Lincoln Southeast and Millard North right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine bar. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting bar. There's only one place to go for all your needs for wine, beer, spirits, and cigars. Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln. It's game on at Elway Power Sports of Lincoln, Nebraska's premier Kawasaki dealership. Score big on Kawasaki's all-new Ridge lineup. The Ridge XR, the Ridge HVAC, and the Ridge Limited. All built to take on your day with a full factory cab, including heat and AC. Stop by Indian Motorcycle of Lincoln today and rule the streets on an Indian motorcycle with customer cash and trade-in credits up to $2,000 during the month of November. Elway Power Sports of Lincoln at 27th and I-80. Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road.
Everyone should have a collection of something. For some, it's stamps or coins, expensive cars, or even watches. But for a lot of people, it's sports cards. And there's no better way to grow your collection than with the help of Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's first and only collector-first sports cards and memorabilia shop. Capital City Sports Cards connects collectors of all ages and demographics with unique collectibles sure to bring any collection to life, no matter the budget. Visit Capital City Sports Cards near 56th and Old Cheney or through their eBay storefront. Capital City Sports Cards, Lincoln's premier sports card and memorabilia store.
Rashawn Jackson here for Bauer Underground, who has been serving local contractors and utility contractors all across the state since 1997. When you see the black and white trucks, you know the baddest dudes in the business have arrived. Bauer is currently looking for equipment operators, laborers, diesel mechanics, and aerial linemen. Join the brotherhood built on hard work, authentic people, and pedigree of success. Bauer, a family-friendly company who reminds you, go Big Red!
It's the fall sports season, and that means that the school year is back in session and you're planning road trips for Nebraska football games and following your kids around to their different events. Stop telling yourself you'll upgrade your car someday and do it now. Mullen Motors lot is full of great vehicles to take home so you don't have to worry about your current car struggling through another season. Come check out their lot just north of 48th and Lake and find your next ride. As your fall schedule gets busy, you'll need a reliable way to get to your destinations. Mullen Motors.
No taglines, just quality vehicles. Mullen Motors.
With the Planet Fitness Black Card, you don't just get a great workout, you get a great perk out because your membership is packed with perks. For $1 down and $24.99 a month, you'll get perks like access to any of our 2,400 clean and spacious locations. Bring a friend anytime and both work out with tons of equipment that'll give you that big fitness energy. Relax in the Black Card spa and more. Work out and perk out with the PF Black Card. Join for just $1 down and $24.99 a month.
Hurry, this deal ends soon.
See Home Club for details.
Empower a child today with the Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Sponsored by John Henry's Plumbing, Heating, and Air Conditioning.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mostly sunny skies and it will be breezy. We'll see an afternoon high around 63. Tonight, partly cloudy skies with an overnight low around 41. And tomorrow, showers and possible thunderstorms are likely. An afternoon high around 60. Meteorologist Kyle Huck for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Your home is your empire. Protect it with Empire Fence. Get a free instant quote with the online estimating tool at empire-fence.com. See an upfront estimate with no hidden fees. An Empire Fence can provide privacy and improve the appearance of your home. Keep kids and pets in or out of your yard. Increase security and add value to your property. Visit empire-fence.com now to view the stylish and maintenance-free possibilities for your home and get a free instant online quote. Let Empire Fence protect your empire.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Gray on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Let it ride, Raff. Let it ride, Raff. Take your time. Take your time, big fella. Take your time. Take your time. Take your time, big fella.
Shaking maracas?
Maracas.
It's Raff. It's Raff. A-F-F. A-F-F. It's R-A. The F-F. Let it ride. I'll tell you who did let it ride. Aaron Rodgers let it ride last night, y'all. Yeah. And you know what?
Not in the first half, he never.
Not in the first half, he didn't. And you guys, Nick, you were spot on with the game last night. You're the only one out of the four of us that
visionary.
Called. You are. You're just one of those guys.
Visionary.
Thank you. Who's the visionary? Thank you.
Made me think about that movie, Wedding Crashers. Such a visionary.
He's a visionary. Have you got your schedule planned for next summer?
No.
Mom, where's the meatloaf? We were talking about the movie. It's a funny one. It's got some crude parts in it, but it's the Wedding Crashers is hilarious. Nevertheless, you guys, last night, the Texans took on the Jets. They're in actually, it's not technically New York, New Jersey. Won that game last night. Started off a little slow. And you guys watched more of it than I did. I caught the second half when I was driving back from. Actually, I thought I got there about maybe midway through the second quarter when I started playing on the radio. Initial thoughts on the game, Rafferty?
It was a very ugly, entertaining game. That was my tweet last night, and I'm sticking to it. The first half was just a ton of errors. I mean, you had
special teams from Jets almost cost them. I mean, I'm not saying almost, but when they roughed the punter, roughed. I can't say never. I've been a long time since I've seen somebody rough the center.
Yeah,
and it gave the Houston Texans life again, and they screwed it twice in a row. That defense. Go ahead. The defense was fierce for the Jets last night.
Oh yeah, and then you had Malachi Corley.
Yep.
Scoring a touchdown, or thought he scored his first career touchdown, and he dropped the ball at the 1 yard line, or the half yard, or the quarter yard line.
Okay, Raff right there, Nick right there. Raff, if that happened to you, would you have any penalties for the guy? Or would that be a major warning shot?
It'd probably be maybe some running, but I think the thing there is just would you rather have a fine, or would you rather have Aaron Rodgers mad at you? I think I would probably take the fine, because Aaron Rodgers, I mean, he's at that point now. He's in that old man stage. He gets mad. So yeah,
Would you fine him?
Oh yeah, I'd been upset.
What would you do, Nick?
I don't know. I think the public humiliation is enough of it. There's that piece of it too.
I'm fining you.
You're fining.
I'm fining
20,000.
you. I'm fining you the NFL max, because the reality is this, man. Those are habits you need to. You quench that at the giddy up. When you see that, you kill that immediately. Because think about this: if it's a game to where it costs you, you know what I'm saying, or to where something like that, I'm going to send a message.
It amazes me how it.
Because it's unnecessary.
But how does
it's unnecessary.
How does it continue to happen though? Because you see it, and that person is pretty much, social media ridiculed, and you're like, well, that ain't never going to happen again, because that person took it so bad. And then last night, and then being a national television game, Twitter was just blowing up last night.
Here's why I would fine you. If you were hit and you fumbled, that's one thing. That's totally in your control.
Oh, 100% is.
Run through the goal. I don't care if you throw the ball in the stands after you get through the line.
Here's my
I don't care if you punt it once you get there. But to run through all that work, 10 other guys did their job. You couldn't finish yours because you wanted to celebrate too soon.
Yeah, but I think, to my point, that guy's feeling probably pretty stupid right now.
Well, he's going to feel $20,000 lighter as well.
I understand that, but and Raff, to your point of how does this continue to happen?
Raff's roadies.
How does this continue to happen?
They're like, who in the hell's Raff?
Yeah. They're like, well, guys, it's a little colder in Lincoln than it is in California. They're actually here for the game.
I have a lot of Raff roadies in California. Tons.
You know what they say about people in California. Anyway.
One-eyed Ray. Look at One-eyed Ray. What he said.
But anyway,
what do they say about people in California?
Nothing. But here's what I was kind of getting at. To Raff's point about how does it continue to happen? And correct me if I'm wrong, guys. It's never the same person twice.
Yeah, at least they learn,
right? So Michael Corley's never going to risk it again. That's why the public humiliation is enough there.
Nah. I'm fining you.
It's funny though.
Well, you would find it, but what if you were the one that dropped the ball?
I shouldn't do it.
Yeah, but you'd be like, dude, I learned my lesson.
I learned my lesson. True, I get that, but what I'm simply saying is, you see it so much, and that's such a costly thing, and it's such an unavoidable thing, man. I'm finding you.
There was a fun discussion on.
I may give you a warning.
Well, then yes, then they're never going to do it again.
I said may.
Well, maybe you're a little Aaron Rodgers-esque. You need to lighten up, Andy.
Get off my lawn.
Yeah, exactly.
There was an interesting discussion that took place last night, and it's cool. It was like two different things. So sometimes, when a guy's running towards the goal line and he gets the ball punched out and he fumbles and it goes through and it's a touchback. A lot of people are arguing the other team shouldn't lose the ball. They should get the ball back if it goes through the end zone. Well, last night he drops the ball and it goes out of the end zone. And it's like, it's the other team's ball. So I like the difference of opinions, how that comes, because sometimes we're like, that is just too hard to, fumble the ball and then automatically go to the other team. But
here's the thing I want to ask you guys on this one. Should the NFL change it just for 1 foot in bounds on a catch?
I think they leave it as 2, but I think you should be able to do 2 of the same feet. I mean, because one shin equals 2 feet, but 2 taps of a foot does not make 2 feet.
And the reason why I bring it up, and
it's the same foot touching twice.
But if it touches twice, I mean that's 2 feet.
You look at Pickens. I'm bringing it up because of Pittsburgh the other night.
It's only 1 foot.
Pickens had. You're trying to be difficult, aren't you, Nick?
I
you
know.
know what we ought to do this morning, Rav? It just beat Nick
Throw him
down,
through the
man.
window?
Just beat him down. Just take the young fella. We know he had chest days, so his chest hurt. Just pump. You know what? Just pound his chest.
Yes.
I came in and somebody just lit me up.
I didn't mean to jam him that hard. I jammed his chest.
You kind of look like Tyson getting ready for Paul there.
I didn't mean to hit him that hard. I did.
I saw Nick's body just go. I was like, dang, AD's not joking around in this game.
Yeah. I was like, what did I even do? I just came in. Said hello.
I do apologize. I didn't mean to hit you that hard.
It's okay. It's okay. You'll hear from my lawyer.
That old curmudgeon hit me.
Yeah.
It sounds like Don King in the movie Rocky. Hit me and I'll sue.
Yeah, I'll sue. What you gonna do?
Speaking of fines,
I don't got no money. Sue me what you got. You know
what you gonna do?
Sue me for what?
Yeah. Speaking of fines, we'll see how much you like it. So, here's the thing. Huskers P goes, Nick's thought on a warning is why accountability is completely gone these days. No, that's not what I'm all about. I'm sitting here going, what does $20,000 do? Or some amount of money?
I guarantee you talk to AG Informer, they will tell you $20,000 is a lot of money regardless of how much you make.
I get it.
For something that was totally avoidable.
I get it, but
I'm sending a message. It's either tolerated or it's coached. And it definitely ain't coached. Ain't no coach telling you, go ahead and drop the ball right before you get to the goal line.
Barry Sanders never dropped the ball.
About playing time, though.
No, I wouldn't take any playing time from him. But I'm telling you right now, the next time you do it, you're going to say, do I want to give away a truck?
Well,
do I want to give away a truck? Because I'm finding you the league minimum. And plus, dude, my thing is this. It's something to where you look at this, because think about this. It's not just that guy. When those teams score, a lot of them, what are they first thing? Or they get an interception, a fumble return. Where are they running to?
The stands.
To get what? The camera shoot. Almost because they have these choreographed dances and all. And I love that part of the NFL because the NFL's been a no fun league for so long. I love when they do that. But do your job first. Get across the goal line. I don't care what. You can go break dance if you want to, but just make sure that ball goes over the goal line first.
On a completely unserious note, too, how in the world are you allowing that ball to not go in your locker as your first NFL touchdown?
I
mean, how in the world are you not keeping that football?
Mm-hmm.
It's the same one Mike Evans chucked his, what was it, the 100th touchdown catch into the stands. So, you guys know this. They get fined $10,000 every time they throw a football and into the stands because the NFL's got to pay for most expensive footballs. But anyway, what's crazy is how do you not keep those?
Yeah. Because I think because they're probably just caught up in the moment.
But also I understand that this doesn't go on forever.
No, it's
right. 10 years from now, you're going to be like, man, I really wish I still had it.
Yeah, you know what, Nick? Perfect example of that. This is on a whole different scale, though. I look at a lot of my Husker gear that I gave away when I was in college. Some of that I wish I would have held on to.
Yeah.
There is a lot of Husker gear that has got a lot of my kids. The boys have a lot of my gear still now.
Yeah.
There's a lot of stuff I just gave away that you see people, even Brad's starter jacket. That's a Reebok Steelers jacket because Steelers were Reebok for a while.
Do you have a conference championship ring still, or did you?
I still got those. Yeah, but three of them got stolen.
Yeah.
I was in a hotel in Texas. I was speaking down there. I was missing my flight. I'm blazing. I called the hotel on the way to the airport.
Wow.
We don't see any rings. Yeah, because they stole them. Damn. But I got insurance. I just got to get them redone, basically. Gotcha. I got to get them insured. So, do have 5 rings. I have an Orange Bowl ring. I got a lot of jewelry, but I wish I would have kept some of that gear though. Even seeing Brad's, that jacket right there was pretty cool to see that, man. But to your point though, Nick, I think as they get older, you start seeing a lot of those veterans.
Mm-hmm.
They're looking for the ball. Hey, give me that ball. Yeah, because I think when you're young like that, I got years and years.
I got all this time. There's gonna be more.
But now he has another chance. Next time he can keep his first touchdown ball.
Yeah,
that's true. Folks, maybe he didn't want to score his first touchdown last night. Maybe he was like, let's just wait a couple days.
Hey, AD, this is BR. I coach your son, AD, and you remember how we had a kid in our team intercept the ball, pick six, and drop the ball before the end zone? I made him, every time he scored again, touch the goalpost and hand the ball to the ref. I do remember that. Every time he had to touch the goalpost with it. Brother, good to hear from you, man.
I blame this all on Kelvin Jones.
Yeah, when he took it, he dropped the ball and took his helmet off.
He had his helmet off on the 5.
That's awesome. And Coach Osborne, Calvin, don't do that again.
That's awesome.
Folks, when we come back, we got a history segment to discuss. We're going to try not to drop the ball on it either. It's a drive, November 1st. Take it.
Hi, this is State Senator Carolyn Bosson. Education is a cornerstone for strong, vibrant communities. I voted for the largest investment in education in Nebraska history. As a state senator, wife, and mom, I believe Nebraska is a great place to work and raise a family. My husband Reggie and I are local family business owners and understand the valuable role of education in growing our community. This is Carolyn Bosson, and I will continue to support education in the legislature. Vote Carolyn Bosson on November 5th. Paid for by Bosson for Legislature.
Hi, Sean Callahan here for Couple Chevrolet GMC, and we want to thank all of our customers for a great September. And now it's time for our annual Halloween sales event happening right now at Koppel. Get 0% financing at Koppel. You heard right, 0% financing on select new models. Also, huge discounts up to $11,500 are available. It's our annual Halloween sales event. Get $11,500 off or 0% financing at Koppel. So please stop on by or check us out online at koppelcars.com. You'll be glad you did. 0% with roof credit.
League One Volleyball is coming to Omaha this January. Featuring Olympic medalist Jordan Larson and Justine Wong-Arantes, Love Omaha Volleyball is Omaha's newest pro team. The inaugural season will showcase some of the world's best volleyball players, from medalists to NCAA champions and international superstars. With the action kicking off on January 24th at the Liberty First Credit Union Arena. Visit lovb.com for more information and to purchase tickets. Volleyball is the next major league.
Hey guys, it's Nick. The high school football playoffs are here, and we're continuing our high school football coverage live from Seacrest Field this Friday as 7-seed Lincoln Southeast hosts number 10 Millard North. Kickoff between the Knights and the Mustangs is slated for 7 p.m. as our pregame coverage starts at 6:50. Join me and Jay Foreman this Friday from Seacrest Field as we bring you playoff action between Lincoln Southeast and Millard North right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Midwest Bank is proud to be your local community bank right here in Lincoln. This is Kim with Midwest Bank. We know there is more to your business than numbers and spreadsheets. For us at Midwest Bank, the people who make up a business matter most. We believe in getting to know you and your business and providing customized banking solutions that help protect your business and help it grow. Schedule a free consultation with us today. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Learn more at midwest.bank. Member FDIC.
The temperature and leaves are falling daily, so that means it's time for a new pair of shoes for the fall season from Brown Shoe Fit. Now, through October 31st, take $15 off any regular priced fall shoe and boots. Brands like Keen, Obos, Echo, Taos, and Atrex, all $15 off. Some exclusions may apply. See store for details. This is the sale that you've all been waiting for. So get down to Brown Shoe Fit on 66th and Q.
A team succeeds when they work together. Banking's no different. At UBT, we're in your corner for every financial move you want to make. Your money's backed by a roster of experts who put in the work to know you and your community. So whether you're opening a savings account, buying a home, or planning your future, you always know who to turn to. Working together toward your financial goals. That's a win in our playbook. Union Bank and Trust. Equal housing lender, member FDIC.
The Lincoln Stars take on the Dubuque Fighting Saints at 7:05 this Friday night at the Icebox in an Eastern Conference clash. Cheer on your Stars as they look to build off their USHL best 9-2 record. Get your tickets now to see all of the goals, hits, and fights at LincolnStars.com.
Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits is your place in North Lincoln to go for all your needs in wine, spirits, and beer. They also have a large variety of cigars in their walk-in humidor, and they have a top-notch walk-in, temperature-controlled, high-end wine room. Plus, you can enjoy free samples from their tasting book. There's only one place to go for all your needs for wine, beer, spirits, and cigars. Wall to Wall Wine and Spirits on North 27th Street in Lincoln. Rosie Sports Bar and Grill, open for lunch and dinner at 1501 Center Park Road. Come enjoy a show of the Midwest's best boxers on Saturday, November 9th with Vertex at the Complex, the former location of Champions Fun Center. Fights are scheduled throughout the night, and if you haven't been before, now's the perfect time to go with Nebraska football on a bye week. Doors open at 6 p.m. with first bout at 7 p.m. Learn more about the boxers and buy tickets at thecomplexlincoln.com.
Finally, a good reason to have a smart house. Just say, Alexa, play 93.7 The Ticket, and we'll magically start playing. How's it work? Nobody knows. Don't ask questions. Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Gray on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we are back. It is Friday.
I got to
This
dress
is
something
the
real
drive.
fast. I got to dress up. Hold the boat. No, I was not blazing.
Yeah, AD was blazing on the way to the airport.
The driver was blazing.
The driver was blazing. What kind of drivers do these companies get for you?
No, you guys aren't letting me finish.
Was this when you spoke for the PGA? What's the PGA got for you?
No, you guys, you got to understand what I'm talking about, man. You got to understand what I'm talking about. He was driving. I'm going to say it in very layman's terms. The driver was driving quite quickly to the airport.
There you go.
I believe you want to
flight.
use the word briskly.
Briskly, quickly.
Why can't we just say that the first time?
Yeah, but I'm just saying, he was blazing.
People probably turned off their radios, and now that's the impression they have of you.
Oppression. Oppression.
No,
you gonna talk about oppression?
I said impression.
I know about oppression.
Why, Nick? Why, Nick? Why, Nick? I don't get it. Can't we all just get along?
You said impression, but you meant oppression. I can talk about oppression.
Yep.
My brother.
Anywho.
In Husker news. Speaking of oppression, the Huskers did a lot of oppression against Iowa State in 1989. October 28th. Gary Godowski. Raff, you can't answer.
Oh, darn it.
Text line, Nick, Sarah, where was Gary Godowski from? Jerry Godowski. Where was he from? Don't Google, Nick. You got quiet over there. You said you see your buttons.
His buttons are moving.
Where is Jerry Godowski from?
I don't know. I don't know the answer to that one.
Text line. Where was Jerry Godowski from?
I feel like it's somewhere in Nebraska. Because we've had this.
David said 427 years. Thank you, my brother.
Yeah, we've had this conversation before.
And David got it. Yes, we got a number. One-eyed Ray.
That's because these are the guys that intently listen to the show.
I love it. Big Rob, what's up, Big Dog? He said Fremont. You're correct. 7943. You're correct. Fremont. Joe B. You're correct. And unknown texter 6651. You're right.
You guys want to know something interesting about Jerry Godowski?
What's up?
He actually he grew up in Fremont, of course, but his dad was also a coach at Pierce. And
I didn't realize that.
So he spent a little bit of his younger years in Pierce also.
Pierce and Raff, you remember him and his sister both were great track runners too. I know his sister still has a record.
Was it his wife?
Might be his wife.
Sammy, I believe.
Yes, I think his wife.
Yeah,
Yeah,
wife.
You're right. His wife, because she was like the mile or the 400, something crazy like that. He ended up running for that game against Iowa State. This is ridiculous when you want to tell you. He was only parts passing wise. This was hilarious when I'm looking at this. He was 3 for 6 for 62 yards passing, but rushing 17 carries, 176 yards.
He could fly. 17
carries, 176 yards. And Leotis Flowers, again, that Omaha Central connection, 16 carries for 118 yards. 16 for 118. And Brian Carpenter, the crazy fullback. Brian BC's a good dude. I love BC. Very quiet, laid-back dude. 5 carries for 52 yards, and we beat the smoke out of Iowa State that day, 49-17. Nick, you got some good stuff for us.
So how about this one? Raff, don't look at my computer.
It doesn't matter. I already know.
Anyway, on
Raff
this
is kind of a peeping Tom when it comes to laptops.
See, that is worse. That is worse than anything I've ever said.
Raff, you gotta know. Raff, no. Oh no.
You know what? We're not going to do this one. We're not going to do
it. You got with PP Tom on the laptops, right?
There comes a time in every man's life when he says, wow. Nick started to talk. Being the kind-hearted person I am, I looked over to make eye contact with him.
No, you did not. Nick, did he or did not do this? Did he go like this?
Yeah, no, he looked over.
I turned my head.
Kind of peepish, Raff. Kind of peepish.
Just a little bit. Wow.
That's incredible. Anyway,
I turned my head to look at Nick.
I was going to say that on this day in 2007, Nebraska went to Oklahoma, number 4 Oklahoma, and lost 62-28. However, talking high school football, people are going to be like, oh,
this is nuts, man.
Playoffs start tonight.
Dun, dun, dun.
We will have, by the way, quick shameless plug. We will have Lincoln Southeast versus
Let's go Knights.
Versus Miller North tonight at 7 p.m. at Seacrest. We'll have that one on the air. Myself, Jay Foreman, per usual.
I
Now
haven't got my gift package from Southeast yet. No, still waiting.
Have you been to the school?
Yeah,
I know.
Raff wants Southeast to go. Mr. Raff, where do you live? We need to send something to you.
We're going to send a courier card.
I want a swag bag.
Anyway, they just came out with a new basketball logo. It looks pretty sick.
Nice.
But anyway, so there's a couple of interesting storylines. First is a couple of these playoff matchups, both in Class B. So Gretna, the city of Gretna has to travel a long ways for both of their games today. Gretna East has to travel to Gearing, Nebraska, which is a short 6-hour and 23-minute drive.
Who goes to Gearing?
Gretna East.
Ooh.
Now,
here's why I know that drive, you guys. Remember, I drove from Scottsbluff.
That's right.
Maybe they got some 5-hour energy drinks too.
Yeah. Right. So
that school bus driver better like.
So normally you're sitting there. So normally you're sitting there going, "Oh man, if I'm Gretna, I'm happy that I don't go to school at Gretna East. I go to school to Gretna." Well, guess what? The Dragons have to go 6 hours and 25 minutes to Scotts Bluff tonight.
Yeah.
Gretna drives 6 hours, 25 minutes to Scotts Bluff. Gretna East travels 6 hours and 23 minutes to Gearing. And then a Lincoln school, Lincoln Christian, has to travel to Shadron, which is 6 hours and 52 minutes away.
They should just take the same bus.
You know what?
There you go.
The guy that I
Bus
sat
pool.
next to last night, Nick and Raff and Sarah, he was from Whitney, Nebraska, which is basically right between Shadron and that area. Even from Kearney, he has a long ride. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Even from Kearney, I can't imagine from Gretna all the way to Shadron. 6 hours and 52 minutes.
Crazy.
The only good thing about that is they get an hour.
They do.
You know what I'm saying?
I'm almost wondering, though, if it's smarter to just fly into Denver and drive.
So they
I mean,
they're not getting a hotel either, so they're coming back.
They're not getting a hotel?
They'll just do a straight shot back.
Yeah.
You know what they'll probably have? 2 drivers.
Yep.
And the thing about it, the type of
they
buses,
get the sleeper buses.
Yeah, they're getting a sleeper bus so they can recline.
Most of the time in high schools, I mean, at least when in high school, we got the sleeper bus when it was like over 2.5 hours.
Yeah. That's a long drive, man. 6 hours from Gretna is going to Chadron.
Right. Gretna goes Gretna goes to Scotts Bluff. Gretna East High School goes to Gearing, and Lincoln Christian goes to Chadron.
You know what's going to be cool about a lot of those kids, though? Some of those kids have never seen that part of the state.
No, yeah.
You know, as they get older,
Plus the bus rides are fun. Like especially if you win. Like the bus rides are enjoyable.
Nick, you can say the same thing, Raff, you can too. I can still remember the fun we had with guys on the buses on those long road trips.
Yeah.
You know, on a long road trip to us at the time was like Norfolk, Nebraska or something like that. So best of luck, though. And first of all, safe travels to all of them too, man.
That was back when you guys, the vehicles ran off of steam, right? Is that correct?
See, and then he wonders why shit. And y'all wonder why. Y'all wonder why I grabbed him, hit him in his chest this morning.
Actually, it was not steam. It was horse and carriage.
Horse and buggy.
Get your facts straight.
We had leather helmets.
there was just a long line of horses carrying all 50-some players. There's Terrell.
He looks like Jeffrey in Fresh Prince of Bel-Air.
Yeah. All right. We're up against it.
What is wrong with this dude, man?
Raff, take us away.
He's still in Hollywood. All right. We're going to send it to break. This is The Drive. 93.7 The Ticket.
Oh, my God.
Hi, this is State Senator Carolyn Bosden. As a state senator, wife, and mom, I believe Nebraska is a great place to work and raise a family. My husband Reggie and I are local family business owners and proud to be involved in our community. Property tax relief is important to every family. Last year, I voted for the largest property tax relief package in Nebraska history, and I will continue to advocate for property tax relief. Vote Carolyn Bosden on November 5th. Paid for by Bosden for Legislature.
If you're a homeowner or a business owner, you have a lot of projects, and no one has an unlimited budget or time. Sunbelt Rentals makes all jobs less stressful with no need to purchase large equipment or hire a crew. You can do it yourself with rentals and everything from aerators and power rakes for spring yard work to stump grinders, concrete mixers, tile saws, and more. Check out their inventory in Lincoln, north of Cornhusker Highway on 56th Street, or online at sunbeltrentals.com.
This show's pretty rockin', huh?
Yeah, I'm so glad my State Farm agent helped me go.
Huh?
My State Farm agent. They help me with options to personalize my auto insurance to get a great rate that fits my budget, so I don't have to give up the things I love.
Wow. Hey, so do you think I could get your State Farm agent's number?
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Kreekak, at 402-474-1173.
Individual premiums and budgets will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
Plains Cover Crop is your one-stop seed shop. Call us now for spring and summer forages, CRP mixes, and fall cover crop blends. We do farm-specific consulting for practical and efficient seed blends to fit your geography and goals. With a very diverse inventory, we will tailor a blend just for you. We're also looking for contract growers, and we buy and sell rye. Find us online at plainscovercrop.com. Timeless agronomy practices paired with modern technology. East Highway 20 in Orchard and across Nebraska.
Empower a child today with a Teammates Mentoring Program. Hope is only a conversation away when you choose to share your talent, time, and heart with a child. Together, you can build a relationship based on strengths and chart a brighter future, 1 week at a time. Find out how you can be a mentor by visiting LincolnTeammates.org. Become what you needed as a kid by joining the Teammates Mentoring Program today.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mostly sunny skies and it will be breezy. We'll see an afternoon high around 63. Tonight, partly cloudy skies with an overnight low around 41. And tomorrow, showers and possible thunderstorms are likely. The afternoon high around 60. Meteorologist Kyle Huck for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
The temperature and leaves are falling daily, so that means it's time for a new pair of shoes for the fall season from Brown Shoe Fit. Now, through October 31st, take $15 off any regular priced fall shoe and boots. Brands like Keen, Obos, Echo, Taos, and Atrex, all $15 off. Some exclusions may apply. See store for details. This is the sale that you've all been waiting for. So get down to Brown Shoe Fit on 66th and Q. The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Hey guys, it's Nick. The high school football playoffs are here, and we're continuing our high school football coverage live from Seacrest Field this Friday as 7-seed Lincoln Southeast hosts number 10 Millard North. Kickoff between the Knights and the Mustangs is slated for 7 p.m. as our pregame coverage starts at 6:50. Join me and Jay Foreman this Friday from Seacrest Field as we bring you playoff action between Lincoln Southeast and Millard North right here on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Fall is here, which means it's time to dive into a new lineup of autumn flavors at Wings and Rings. Your home away from home during football season. Their all-star lineup of wing sauces is adding 2 new impact players, curry garlic and pumpkin chili. Need something delicious before kickoff? How about starting your meal with their brand new chorizo nachos and loaded fries? You better act fast. These new tastes of autumn won't be here long. So make the trip to one of their 2 Lincoln locations today on O Street or Village Lane.
Midwest Bank is proud to be your local community bank right here in Lincoln. This is Kim with Midwest Bank. We know there is more to your business than numbers and spreadsheets. For us at Midwest Bank, the people who make up a business matter most. We believe in getting to know you and your business and providing customized banking solutions that help protect your business and help it grow. Schedule a free consultation with us today. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Learn more at midwest.bank. Member FDIC.
You can help fight deadly diseases like RSV and influenza while getting paid for your time. Velocity Clinical Research is now seeking clinical trial participants in your area. Participants can receive compensation for study-related time. No health insurance is needed to join. Find a study near you at velocitytrials.com. That's velocitytrials.com.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online at theticketfm.com. On the internet, KNTK FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Welcome to The Drive with A.D. Raff and Ahman Gray. Former Husker football national champion, speaker, and author, Aaron Davis.
Nebraska will win the national championship. The Cornhuskers beat Miami. It is history, 13-0. And bring that trophy back to Lincoln.
Former Arena Football League quarterback, former head coach of the Capital City Crush, and guru of Husker football history, Chris Raff.
25 straight wins for the Cornhuskers. One of the most dominating stretches in college football history.
We may have seen one of the best teams in the history of college football tonight.
12-year NFL veteran.
He's got some speed to go with strength.
Huskers and Green Bay Packers Hall of Famer.
Shovel pass to Green into Vikings territory. Finally brought down.
And University of Nebraska East sports coach, Ahman Gray.
Look at Green all by himself. 20, 10, touchdown.
Sponsored by Doors Plus on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back in The Drive. Oh, there I am. Hey! 93.7 The Ticket. Hour 2 is proudly sponsored by Doors Plus. If your garage door needs maintenance or you need an entirely new garage door, give Cameron Hall and his team a call today at 402-590-5800. Doors Plus is locally owned and handles everything from residential or commercial garage doors, garage door openers, safety tune-ups, or custom design. Visit DoorsPlusLLC.com to learn more. Doors Plus, garage doors, and more.
Want to give a shout out to my man Clint from the Nebraska chapter of the Independent Alliance of the Electrical Industry. Spoke for them last night in Kearney, and man, he listens all day long.
Is that right?
He says, I absolutely love you guys' show. He goes, I love all the shows. And
Except for Nick.
What did he say about me? Clint.
I'll tell you off air.
Clint.
We'll have that discussion off the air.
Yeah, Clint, why don't you just call in? Prove to us that you're listening.
Clint. No, Clint is a good dude. And he's also, which is ironic, he's also an LSU fan.
Really?
But he was born and raised in a little small town. It's just north. It's west of St. Paul, Nebraska. It's where Lauren Kaiser is from. Also, I can't think of the name of the town. Look, if we pull up the Nebraska map, text line help me out. My former teammate, Jeff Ogard, is from St. Paul. I played in the Shrine Bowl with Jeff Ogard. Me, Damon Benning, had a fun time with him because his calves were so big. So he'd always lift us up. We'd always ride his calves because he was so huge. But that's where Clint is from. It's a little small town.
Farwell?
That's right.
Is it Farwell?
That's where Lauren was from.
That's exactly where he's from. That's where he's from, is Farwell. Because Clint's mom used to babysit him when he was little. That little Lauren Kaiser, which is cool. But small world, man. But he's also, I said, how did you become an LSU fan and a Nebraska fan? But he loves Nebraska. Obviously, bleeds red, but he's also got a little yellow and purple mix in there as well.
Client.
You guys, Nebraska tomorrow at 2:30 takes on Raff. You try to charge that phone so bad, aren't
My
you?
charger's got a bit of a short today.
Raff, you know what?
So it's probably the charger, not the outlet.
No,
See, Raff?
If you move the wire just a little bit, it charges.
Raff,
that helps.
Raff.
Are you kidding me? I don't believe this. I deal with this guy every single day.
See, Raff, here's the thing.
Yeah.
Here's the thing. If you just would join the family and become an Apple guy, you wouldn't have to worry about this. There's like 8 Apple chargers around here.
If I became an Apple guy, you know what I have to do every single day?
What?
Apple bottom jeans, boots with the fur.
Here.
You know the whole club's looking at that phone.
Hook him up, man. While they're getting that together, folks, Nebraska does take on UCLA tomorrow in 1 day, 5 hours, 7 minutes in counting. We got a few sound bites for you. Sarah, hook us up. If you play that first one where Coach Rule is discussing Tommy Hill, if you would. It's coming. I promise you.
Make sure the Adobe is on.
I'm not sure.
All right, play that again, please. Wait, that's all.
He's practiced a little bit. He didn't practice Tuesday, practiced a little bit Wednesday, but I'm not sure.
Okay.
I'm not sure what he just said either.
Yeah.
Sarah, play that one more time, please. Okay, hold on. Whoa. Take it. You got this.
Not sure. He's practiced a little bit. He didn't practice Tuesday, practiced a little bit Wednesday, but I'm not sure.
Tommy Hill.
And that clip he is talking about Tommy Hill. So right now we know Tommy Hill is uncertain. Nick, when do you think we'll find that? Is that tomorrow? A little maybe by noon?
I would imagine. So availability reports are released 2 hours before kickoff. So you're looking 12:30ish. I would, if not a little after that. I would not suspect Tommy Hill or Malcolm Hartzog to be available for Nebraska tomorrow. That's being in the room yesterday when Matt Rule was speaking. First off, he was pretty laser focused. Like you could tell he
dialed in.
He wasn't really all that interested in talking with us, which is fine, right? And that's okay. I think also part of it was like, Nebraska needs a win. There's pressure on Saturday's game, because everybody knows that last year you had a chance to get to a bowl game. You had 5 wins with 3 games remaining. Weren't able to get it done. Now here you are sitting in a similar spot. You've been sitting on 5 wins for 2 straight weeks going into your 3rd straight game. You need to get a win. You need to notch that bowl game opportunity, and I think Nebraska does so tomorrow. But look for Jeremiah Charles to kind of be that number 1 defensive back for Nebraska, or filling in for Tommy Hill and Malcolm Hartzog.
You look at I'm going to say this real quick, and I said it yesterday. Nebraska since 2017 is 5-22 in November.
Yeah, well, Jake Sorensen had an incredible stat the other day. Nebraska 5-22 in November. Iowa 19-1. 19-1 in November the last couple of years. Do you guys remember who's the one loss Nebraska.
Mhm.
Nebraska
Yep.
lost to them.
Coach
Or
Bush.
Nebraska beat them.
Coach Bush and Mickey took care of that.
That is correct.
Absolutely. So you're going to probably see maybe a lot of Derek Branch then.
Potentially, yeah.
Derek Branch, Lincoln Southeast product, a junior son of is it Troy Branch, who hit me a lot of times in Nebraska. Then you look, he's a big boy, and you're probably going to see with Tommy Hill out. What do you think, Mari Sanders? True freshman.
So it was interesting. The first name that Matt Rule mentioned, in addition to Jeremiah Charles, was Larry Tarver.
Larry Tarver.
He mentioned
young.
He was asked about the question about red shirts and stuff. And he goes, don't read too much into them. We're still sorting some guys out.
Yep.
I think Nebraska needs to be in the mindset right now of, especially with the 4 games, and he even alluded to something that we've talked about on the show. And I think I brought it up earlier this week about how guys can play in the postseason. It doesn't count towards their redshirt total. So Nebraska's getting to a point now, though, where if you haven't played this entire season, there's 4 games left. Nebraska is sitting here with exactly 4 games left. So you might see some fresh guys in there that we haven't seen this year, or maybe guys that we've only seen in 1 game, where they're still going to be able to play every single game remaining on Nebraska's schedule in terms of UCLA, USC, Wisconsin, and Iowa, while still preserving that red shirt.
You're just going to say something that kind of off the beaten path a little bit, if you would. But it shows you in years past, I'm not singling anybody out, we just know it's the fact. A lot of guys didn't get reps in times past. There's a lot of guys that we understood, and we know, and Nick, you were a lot of them. I heard from other guys and people that were down there. There was a lot of standing around by the ones who were not 1 or 2 deep. You do not see that anymore because they run those stations where everyone's getting reps. Raff and Nick, Raff start first. How important is that now that those guys, let's say you bring in one of those younger guys, it's not like they haven't been getting reps. How important is that for to be inserted right now in November? You got a 4-game jaunt right now. So it's not like these guys are saying, man, I've never had any reps. Maybe not game time reps, but they've had reps in practice. Yep. How important is that now?
Oh, it's huge. And I think they've got the terminology down. I mean, some stuff changes, between the first team and the second and third, but they have that terminology, so they're able to go in and play fast. They're not coming into something completely like blindsided. Like
right.
if you're running, like for instance, if you're running on the scout team all the time, and the defense is always adding on, the offense is always adding on stuff. But being that you've ran in those stations the way they have, they're able to come in and to come in and play fast right away. And so they come and be like, what does this mean? So I think it's very advantageous, and that's why Coach Osborne did it for all those years.
Ref, we ran and Nick, and you're spot on. That's why we ran all those years. Nick, we had those 4 stations to where all of us knew exactly what we were doing. Whether there was a new play, a new wrinkle, an audible change, any of those things, we all knew the same time, regardless if you were first string or 80th string, we all knew that. Do you see a potential drop off with some of the fresh faces in there?
I don't know. I think I'm stuck in between this. It's the same conversation that we have with Dylan. Like I think there's a lot of Husker fans that are stuck in between this, the one side of the argument of he is a true freshman or he is a freshman, hasn't played in a lot of games. But then also it's like next man up mentality. I don't know if you can have it both ways. I think at some point Nebraska's got to fully dive into the next man up. Like if you want to talk so much about it, we shouldn't see much of a drop off.
We shouldn't.
Nebraska, and this is going to come across harsh, but I don't necessarily mean it that way. Nebraska doesn't have first round picks on the perimeter. Like they don't have anybody where it's like, yeah, you know what? This is a completely different type of skill level. Nebraska doesn't have that. And so I think that ultimately, yeah, you can tell experience when you're playing, but there's a difference between maybe making a mistake because of being fresh to the game, but also there's a difference between that and lack of effort. And as long as it's not the lack of effort side, I think you can live with it.
I agree. Old Dad 34, good morning. He goes, Iowa 19-1, but that was the Big Ten West, and that was the weak side of the conference, fellas. That might have been a weak side, but 19-1 is 19-1.
What side was Nebraska in?
Yeah, we were the same.
We're on our own side.
Yeah, I mean, and I see your point, Old David 34, but 100%, I don't care, regardless of what conference you're in, to go 19-1 is impressive. But with all the parity that's involved in the Big Ten, and particularly the reffing side of it,
yeah.
And first of all, as bad as Iowa's offense has been for so many years, It's just for them. To me, that's impressive. As bad as really knowing that they didn't have any offense for the most part. They were going to beat you on the defense and special teams.
BJ in Wichita brings up an interesting question for you guys. I'm curious to get your thoughts on this because Matt Rule actually addressed this vaguely yesterday. BJ in Wichita says we've had trouble running the ball in league play, and a UCLA defense comes in here tomorrow having the 11th ranked rush defense in the country, despite playing Minnesota, Oregon, Indiana, LSU, and Penn State. Can Nebraska really expect to run the ball tomorrow? I would ask, can you not depending on the opponent? I mean, whether UCLA was the 11th or 111th rush defense, what's the confidence level on a scale of 1 to 5 on Nebraska being able to run the ball?
You look at go ahead first, Raff.
Well, I think sometimes running the ball, I mean, I know people look at yards and that's important, but running the ball does so much other stuff other than just the yards factor of it. If you run the ball, it pulls the safeties up. So it gives you
if you stick with it.
Yeah.
Right. Because if you stay with it long enough to where the defense then makes an adjustment, it can.
Like a 1 yard carry, a 1 and a 2 yard carry. I mean, it doesn't sound all that pretty on paper, but one of the things that I noticed last week too in the game was those 1 and 2 yard carries. When we started getting into the third quarter, those 1 and 2 yard carries started becoming 5, 6, 7, 8 yard carries. Running the ball is just not something you just don't come out right away and be like, oh, 6 yards there, 8 yards there. I mean, old days, yes. I mean, that was a phenomenon, the running game at Nebraska. But you look at NFL teams and stuff like that, they start off, a 1 yard gain here, a 2 yard gain there. But you've got to keep the defense honest, because once a defensive coordinator knows that he's made you one dimensional, it makes playing defense so much easier.
Thomas Thunder Collins, I love that picture, baby girl. Oh my goodness. Hush, little baby, don't you cry. Uncle AD's gonna make.
I thought you were singing Mockingbird by Eminem.
Real quick.
Don't talk, Nick. She's gonna cry.
Yeah, come on.
That's Thunder Not Collins. She is absolutely adorable, man. Beautiful girl. What I'm gonna say is this, you guys, on the running the ball part, is that Ohio State was number 6 in the country in run defense.
Yeah.
They were number 2 in the conference. Now, Nebraska establish a decent running game, because what you said, Raff, Nick, particularly what you said, Raff, it's not exotic. It's not going to be anything attractive where 2-3 yard gains here and there. But if you stick to it, the thing about the running game, it's a marathon, not a sprint.
100%.
You have to be willing to say, well, if we didn't get 8 there, if we didn't get 4 here, no, you can't abandon the run. And guys, quite honestly,
and you can't be afraid to run. Like, the thing that upsets me is Nebraska is very predictable. Like, if it's second,
if we're predictable tomorrow, it's going to cost us.
1st and 10, incomplete pass. They're running on
second
down.
If we're predictable tomorrow, Nick, if we're predictable tomorrow, Sarah, with any game we have left,
predictable tomorrow,
it is going to cost us.
Yeah.
We cannot be predictable tomorrow.
I think a big piece of this also, conversely, guys, you look at the last 2 weeks or 2 games for Nebraska, and they were two different types of games. Nebraska's defense, right? They allowed Nebraska to continue running the ball in the second quarter and special teams, right? Because you were able to get points. You were able to keep the game close, within arm's reach. Indiana, you weren't necessarily, right? So I take the Indiana one with a grain of salt, because, go ahead. Run the ball when you're down 42-7. Okay, go ahead. Like, it's not going to do a whole lot. However, last week we saw it where, Raff, you mentioned it. The carries in the third quarter were effective. Nebraska dominated the third quarter against Ohio State, both in the stats and then also just in the feel of the game. They dominated it. But why? Well, it's because Nebraska's defense put together probably their best effort defensively the entire season against Ohio State. They allowed Nebraska to stay within arm's reach, where they didn't have to press or force things offensively. And Nebraska stuck with the run for a good chunk of it. I think you just need guys to also play better overall offensively.
Let me give you guys a good example of what the point you just talked about, Raff, and Nick, you did as well. When T. Bud Crawford fought Earl Spence, what round did he knock him out in, y'all? They stopped 7th round. And it's just like the running game. Remember all of those body shots that he gave Spence over and over and over and over. The run game is the same. You're not maybe going to see it right away, but if you stick to it, you begin to wear teams down. And Coach Osborne was a genius at this. He would say, guys, I promise you, the big run is going to come, because if you keep hitting them over and over and over, I'll never forget this game. I got in the game against Colorado in 94. I think it was 94. Whenever they played, Deion Figures was on their squad.
Yep, 94.
And I'm chopping his legs out. He looked at me, he goes, and I can't say exactly what he said. Man, why are you still hitting me? Do you see how many points you are up? I said, that's why I keep hitting you. Mm-hmm. Coach Osborne and Coach Brown in particular trained us. I don't care if you keep hitting the guy over and over again. I even was helping him up because his knees were shot. When he beat up Earl Spence that bad, I mean, he was bludgeoned. I mean, literally, he was bludgeoned. It wasn't from one shot. It's not going to be from one run. He went 7 rounds. It's not going to be from 4 runs. But if you keep hitting a guy over and over and over, not with screen passes, but I mean physical run. But you know where that starts at? First of all, it starts with the heart. That's got to be want to. Mm-hmm. Because I'm going to take some pressure off of ROC as well. We can't blame everything on him because there's got to come some points with Raff. If we're going to run the ball, we have to open up running lanes then. All right, you got to open up running lanes. A lot of that goes to the running backs. Well, Emmett, not Ramir, but Emmett, Dowdell, Ramir, if he's playing, whoever they got back there, you can't run up your offensive lineman's back either. So all of this is not just on the OC, but what I am saying is this. If you commit to it and don't abandon it so quickly, it's just like our boy beat up Spence. Hit him over and over and over, and you never know when that big run is going to come. So you got to commit to it.
True that. You should be a motivational speaker, AJ.
Don't worry, I know a guy.
I'm gonna peep at your notes.
Whoa.
There's a break, you Raff.
I'm throwing it to break. This is The Drive. 93.7 The Ticket.
This is State Senator Carolyn Bosden. Public safety is important in our community. I have a proven record of protecting public safety. I have prosecuted perpetrators of domestic violence, advocated for the rights of child abuse victims, held sexual predators accountable, and fought to keep drug traffickers off our streets. This is Senator Carolyn Bosden, and I will continue to fight to keep our community safe. Vote Carolyn Bosden on November 5th. Paid for by Bosden for Legislature.
Transform your view with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows. Heartland of Nebraska Windows offers a free estimate, full window replacements, all vinyl triple pane windows, and a lifetime warranty of everything while keeping their prices affordable. Sounds too good to be true, right? Heartland of Nebraska Windows is locally and family owned with their own team of installers. Give the window experts at Heartland of Nebraska Windows a call today at 402-430-3852 or visit them online at heartlandofnebraskawindows.com. Elevate your home or business with the help of Heartland of Nebraska Windows today.
This show's pretty rockin', huh?
Yeah, I'm so glad my State Farm agent helped me go.
Huh?
My State Farm agent. They help me with options to personalize my auto insurance to get a great rate that fits my budget, so I don't have to give up the things I love.
Wow. Hey, so do you think I could get your State Farm agent's number?
Call your local State Farm agent, Vinny Kreekak, at 402-474-1173.
Individual premiums and budgets will vary by customer. All applicants subject to State Farm underwriting requirements.
Midwest Bank is proud to be your local community bank right here in Lincoln. This is Travis with Midwest Bank, now with 2 branches conveniently serving Lincoln and 8 other locations across Nebraska. We're here to help you with any of your needs. From opening a checking account to buying a home or financing your business, our staff is here for you. Stop in and you might see Shin Daddy himself. Your community, your bank, Midwest Bank. Learn more at midwest.bank, member FDIC.
Start your Sundays off right with Jeff and Nicole Essink on Fitness Fanatics. Jeff and Nicole discuss health and wellness, how to achieve fitness goals, and more through the life of gym owners and gym goers. It's Fitness Fanatics from 9 to 11 a.m. on Sundays on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Davis Plumbing is a locally owned company specializing in a wide range of plumbing services for both commercial and residential customers. Davis Plumbing has been in business for over 15 years and has a team of experienced plumbers ready to help you with any project, big or small. Customer satisfaction and peace of mind is their number one priority. So for any commercial or residential project, give Davis Plumbing a call today at 402-525-6922. Davis Plumbing, locally owned and operated for over 15 years.
College football in Lincoln, America. The time has come. Start your game day off right with the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Join the Ticket crew as they bring you all the coverage you need to get you ready for the action. It's the A1 Automotive Ticket Tailgate pregame show. Brought to you by General Fire and Safety, Raising Cane's, Perch Merch, Sunbelt Rentals, Mullen Motors, Select Plumbing, and the Kindler Hotel. On 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
With a wide variety of menu options, including the best prime and Wagyu steaks in Lincoln, if you haven't been to Tavern 180, you're missing out. Try any of their steak options paired with one of their well-known martinis, and this will soon become your favorite date night spot. Call your friends for a casual get-together where steak, shrimp, chicken, and tasty cocktails await your arrival. Tavern 180, located next door to Tanner's at 30th and Yankee Hill.
You never think cancer will happen to you. I smoked for over 40 years. My doctor recommended that I get annual lung cancer screening. They were able to catch my cancer at stage 1. It's never too late to quit. Even if you're still smoking, you need to ask your doctor about annual lung cancer screening. Just 30 minutes a year could save your life.
Call the Nebraska Tobacco Quit Line, 1-800-QUIT-NOW, 1-800-784-8669. Paid for by Tobacco Free Nebraska. Aired with the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet and fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate, 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197. The electrical workers of Local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
Ryan, with all this red and all these people around, I'm still not seeing the tailgate.
Todd Spidell, former body shop owner, terrible driver.
We're getting close. Now, did you know with 3 locations in Lincoln and hundreds of years of combined technician experience, we can get Husker fans back on the road even quicker and safer after their tailgate mishaps? Oh, Todd, turn left right here.
Left or right?
Left, right here.
Right?
Well, you wait for the tow truck. I'm getting a hot dog.
Well, I guess while I'm waiting. All right! Most recommended! Eustace Body Shop!
Woohoo! Dude, you should be on American Idol.
You really think so?
No.
Accidents happen, even to Husker fans. If it happens to you, call Eustace Body Shop, where our customers send their friends.
The most recommended Eustace Body Shop. That's who we are.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Gray on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, we're back again. This is The Drive, 93.7. We got Nick. We got AD. Don't be afraid. That's all I got.
No, keep it going. Hold on. Hey, Sarah, can you cut me, AD, our mics, and just leave just Raff over?
Go ahead, Raff. I just want to hear what you say.
Go ahead, Raff.
Welcome back to 93.7, where The Drive takes place from 8 to 10. We ain't afraid of any team. Come to Nebraska and face the winning team.
The winning team 50% of the time.
Days for me too. Days. Hey, that's like coming to America. That boy good. You must be crazy.
Yeah.
Good. You must be crazy.
The Raff's roadies.
It's all there. Big Bird earlier, and this applies here. Mute Raff's mic. My ears. That was when he started singing.
Apple bottom jeans.
No.
Boots with the fur. You know the whole squad.
Club.
Sarah, let's play that clip. We got a clip here by former coach Gary Barnett is talking about, because, in case you didn't know, Eric Bieniemy is the offensive coordinator. Most of you know that, but just in case of those who don't, Eric Bieniemy, of course, the former Buffalo, former coach on Kansas City Chiefs staff, was with Commanders, the Washington football team as well, is now the OC for Deshaun Foster in UCLA. And Gary Barnett had some interesting words to say about the just the mindset that Eric Bieniemy was probably talking to his players. We can play that, please, Sarah. Thank you.
Well, first of all, I can say there's a bunch of expletives coming out of Eric Bieniemy's mouth this week. And first of all, he's gonna bring the Nebraska rivalry from Colorado to that UCLA locker room. I can guarantee you that. And for him to sit there and say our team is only rushing for 64 yards a game, I mean, that's got to eat at him like crazy. So he's going to be a one-man wrecking crew at practice this week. I can guarantee you that.
Coach, former Buffalo coach Gary Barnett. Of course, Gary Barnett was at Northwestern during those magical years as well. You look at where UCLA is right now. Rushing offense, they're 18th of the Big Ten, 133rd in the country. We're not much better as far as that goes. When it goes rushing offense, we're 102nd, 102. Passing offense, they are 8th and 60th in the nation. Total offense, they're 17th in the Big Ten, 125th overall. But here's their rushing defense, Raff and Nick. They are 5th in the Big Ten. And as one of our listeners said earlier, they're 11th. They're actually 13th nationally, averaging just giving up 98.6 yards on rushing. Pass defense, they're 17th, but 118th in the country in pass defense. Let that sink in for a second. Total defense, they're 14th in the Big Ten, 70th in the country. Scoring defense, they're 17th and 99th. You guys, with that passing defense, the rushing defense obviously is good, ranked 13th nationally. Again, like I said, we just went against the 6th ranked rushing defense last week there in Columbus, Ohio. Nebraska's going to be at home. The weather is not going to be the best weather tomorrow. We know that. It's going to be most likely 70% chance of rain, Nick, is what we're looking at tomorrow. Mm-hmm. It is going to be a game to where it is going to be somewhat problematic, in my opinion, to just be tossing the ball around unnecessarily at times. What's you guys' thoughts? Who was that? That
might have been UCLA's quarterback that just jogged by.
It looked like
that might have been Ethan Garber.
I think that was him.
So actually,
could have been
not a Raff's roadie.
UCLA is in town.
That might have been him.
It's kind of hard to miss their bus. But anyway, that might have been.
Yeah,
the quarterback might have just
a little bit of a warm up.
Jogged by. Did you see that he had those gold beats though too?
Let's go jump him real quick, dog.
Whoa! Hey, I'm not out.
There's an alley right there, man.
Hey, you said Eric Bieniemy is mad at Nebraska. Here we go.
Hey, give up them headphones, player.
Yeah. Ethan Garbers doesn't necessarily terrify me.
Nah.
I don't know, guys. I think there's also part of it
13th defense rushing wise.
In terms of Nebraska throwing the ball, I think they're going to try to find a way to do it.
Well, I think Coach Barnett brings a lot of truth to that. Eric Bieniemy has been around there like a lion, just roaring at those guys, letting them try to understand what it's going to be like at Memorial Stadium. The atmosphere. Bieniemy was definitely not one of the most liked guys in Memorial Stadium when he came here, because he would come and just flip the whole crowd off as far as that goes. And then he would back it up sometimes as well. He would continue to back it up, him and Darian Hagan and the rest of them. But at the same time, when it comes to you guys, we talked about Nebraska defense a little bit, but from an offensive standpoint, what do you guys think are some of the keys to the game from an offensive perspective? And then we're going to talk about defense, but just from offense, if there's two things you'd like to see offensively, Nick and Raff, what are two things you'd like to see offensively on flip of the defense?
Go ahead, Raffy.
No screen passes.
Realistic ones. Because
you're gonna see a screen. You're gonna see a screen, brother.
I hope the first
you're gonna see a screen.
I hope the first one is a screen pass.
I just hope that they throw the ball down, because you can beat the blitz throwing the ball a little bit downfield. I just don't think you always have to throw lateral to the line of scrimmage.
At times, I think the back half of that, Raff, and correct me if I'm wrong, is like you got to get wider. You got to have wideouts that can.
Well, you got those big bodies, some quick slants, some digs, stuff that just have to use these receivers' bodies a little bit. I don't know if we had the blocking. I mean, Barney, yes, but I don't know. I don't see really Jamal Banks being that screen pass type guy. He's more of a big body.
Yeah, I would ask you guys this. UCLA has given up more than 14 points in every single game this year. Do you have, first, it's a two-part question. Do you have confidence in Nebraska's offense being able to score more than 14 tomorrow?
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Then do you have confidence in Nebraska's defense being able to hold UCLA to less than 14 tomorrow?
Yes.
Because I do.
I do too.
I 100% do.
I totally do. I think so. So Nick, what are your offensive keys of the game?
I think honestly, you got to figure out some. I mean, they fall in line with Raff's. You got to get some sort of vertical passing game. It is atrocious right now. I mean, I think Dylan Raiola's got to get back into a groove. Like through all of this, we talk so much about how screen passes are bad and how the screen passes are go bad and I lost my train of thought. How the screen passes aren't working and the running game's not working. This might make some fans mad, but Dylan's got to play better. They're like Nebraska.
I don't think that's gonna make anybody mad if they're honest with themselves.
Let's be 100% honest. Of just your quarterback needs to play better. I get that he's a freshman, but like the one last week to Jamal Banks, that should have been a touchdown, and that ended up being the difference. Like at some point, Nebraska's got to have guys play better, and Dylan's in that category just as much as the offensive line or the defense.
Absolutely. Raff, what do you say? You mentioned vertical. What else was another key we think is?
Oh, we talked about it earlier. The running game, and not so much, like I said, not so much the yards, just not to be so predictable. I mean, that's the thing with Nebraska's offense. It's very predictable. And if people at home are watching it and seeing it's that predictable, I guarantee you the defense coordinators are seeing the same exact thing. And even the players.
Yeah, Ohio State last week.
He's like, he was seeing stuff that
we knew it was coming.
It was so predictable.
We knew it was coming.
Just, you got to switch things up. You got to do things that they don't think's going to happen.
Well, let me ask you this, Raff. How easy is that to do? I think that's easier said than done when you can't move the ball consistently.
Yeah.
Right? Like, you see what I'm getting at? Like, I 100% agree with you. I just think, unfortunately, it's hard. Think about from our perspective is if they come out and try to spice it up, but their basic stuff isn't working, then guess what the narrative is? Oh, they were trying to be too cute.
Yeah.
Too cute.
Drew and Wahoo, before we go to break, I agree with you, brother. He goes, I agree. Dylan needs to play better. Everyone needs to play better on offense, really. And I totally agree with you on that, Drew. I'll say mine real fast. On the offensive side, number one, I know we sound like a broken record, but I'm going to say this: physicality is going to be key. Be physical on the offensive line. Everyone, as far as that goes. Number two is this: there's 11 battles going on within the war every play. There's 11 battles. Win your battle. Win your battle. So that covers blocking. That covers perimeter. Win your battle. There's 11 battles going on every play, one-on-one. You have to win those, but that goes to point one. Got to be physical, man. And you know what, you guys? That's just want to. Either you want to or you don't. We can say all the stats and figures all we want to. At the end of the day, the team that's the most physical and disciplined, that's who wins. Nebraska has had a sometime mentality when it's come to physicality, when it comes to the one-on-one battles. It can't be a sometime type thing.
And I think this is one of those, turning points, because either we made a turning point last week at Ohio State, and now we're starting to, continue down a road of success, or are we going to come out and be flat, have a lot of penalties, play bad special teams, and just revert back to, it's like back and forth, up and down, instead of a continuous rise. So I'm hoping that this week is one of those games where we build on, and we can continue to build on the rest of the year and keep on going at that, the upward spiral instead of back and forth.
Yeah,
back
we're like the
forth.
stock market. We got to get some consistency.
I don't want a press conference where he comes and goes, I put this on my shoulders.
I'm not trying to hear that.
I do not want to hear that again.
Yeah.
So before we go to break, guys, we have a special opportunity for some listeners out here. A special opportunity today from 4 to 6 p.m. It's the final Husker Huddle of the season. You ask, what is the Husker Huddle? It's a private event that takes place at the Apothecary. It's sponsored by us here at the Ticket, as well as the Omaha World Herald. And every single time we have one of these events, a couple former Huskers come on by. They tell some interesting stories. You can ask questions. There's a Q&A session. It's really, really cool. It goes from 4 to 6 p.m. today. And just if you text in 4 names, we're giving away 4 tickets for a group of 4 from today from 4 to 6 p.m. So it's at the Apothecary from 4 to 6 p.m. Now you're probably wondering, now, Nick, who are the people talking? Going to get a little linebacker discussion today. Jason Peter, Terrell Farley, Jay Foreman.
Mm-hmm.
These are stories that you might not have heard on the radio, that aren't always shared on the radio. It's a private event. If you and 3 others, 4 tickets, text in as soon as I get 4 names on the text line, 402-464-5685, completely free to you. There's food, there's some drinks, there's opportunity to ask questions. 4 to 6 p.m. today from the Apothecary. If you don't know where that's at, it's downtown in the Haymarket on 8th Street, 148 North 8th Street is the official address. The Husker Huddle, Jason Peter, Terrell Farley, Jay Foreman will be there, sponsored by the Ticket and Omaha World Herald. If you text in 4 names on a text from 4 to 6 p.m. today, you'll be able to just show up. Your name will be on the list, and you'll be good to go today at 4 p.m. So giving away 4 tickets there for a table. So just go ahead and text that if you have a group of 4 that wants to go. All right, gentlemen.
All right, we're still at the break. This is The Drive, 93.7 The Ticket.
Across Nebraska, voters will have the chance to end the current government abortion ban. The government shouldn't be making decisions for families' health care, but right now they are. Ending the ban takes 2 votes. A vote against 434, the first initiative, and then a vote for 439, the last initiative. It's only this combination that will finally get the government out of the personal medical decisions of Nebraska families. Voting against 434 and for 439 ensures that when there's a medical emergency, it's Nebraska families who decide what to do, not the government. This vote against 434 and for 439 makes it so our Nebraska doctors can treat every patient. The government put this ban in place, stripping Nebraska families of their freedom, but you can end it with 2 votes. The first against 434, and then vote for 439. Paid for by Protect Our Rights.
93.7 The Ticket, Fox, KFXL weather. Brought to you by Bryant Air Conditioning, Heating, Electrical, and Plumbing.
The Lincoln forecast for today, we'll see mostly sunny skies and it will be breezy. We'll see an afternoon high around 63. Tonight, partly cloudy skies with an overnight low around 41. And tomorrow, showers and possible thunderstorms are likely. An afternoon high around 60. Meteorologist Kyle Kleck for 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
Shopping for new flooring is different today. Getting your questions answered, making the right selection, getting the best value, and installed quickly and professionally. Visit ostreetcarpet.com or shop our store. We'll answer all your questions and help you make the right choice. You'll be enjoying your new floor in just days for less than you'd pay elsewhere. Carpet, vinyl, wood, laminate, tile, and area rugs. We've got it all.
O Street Carpet.
1732 O Street. Family owned and operated. Always the best value.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports has quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Are you looking for affordable drinks and a great atmosphere this football season? Highball Bar has you covered. Whether it's pregame tailgating, postgame festivities, or in-game celebrations, Highball Bar is the place to be. With $4 beers, $4 mixed drinks, and more during their 4 to 8 p.m. daily happy hour, Highball Bar will quickly become your go-to place to sit back, unwind, and be your team's #1 fan. Highball Bar, located in downtown Lincoln, just 3 blocks from Memorial Stadium at 122 North 11th Street.
Perch Merch is your one-stop shop for all your printing and promotional needs in Lincoln, Nebraska. They specialize in screen printing, embroidery, vehicle wraps, window wraps, print collateral, promotional products, and signage. At Perch Merch, they are committed to delivering high-quality products and exceptional customer service. Their experienced team of designers and printing professionals will work with you every step of the way to ensure that your vision is realized. Call for a quote today at 402-217-5212 or go to perch-merch.com.
The electrical workers of local Union 265 are now hiring licensed journeyman electricians from $32.50 to $42.50 per hour with paid benefits. And if you're looking for a new career, they're hiring apprentices at $19.50 per hour with paid benefits. Call the office at 402-423-4497 to apply. Start your electrical career today.
With a wide variety of menu options, including the best prime and Wagyu steaks in Lincoln, if you haven't been to Tavern 180, you're missing out. Try any of their steak options paired with one of their well-known martinis, and this will soon become your favorite date night spot. Call your friends for a casual get-together where steak, shrimp, chicken, and tasty cocktails await your arrival. Tavern 180, located next door to Tanner's at 30th and Yankee Hill.
General Fire and Safety has been keeping Lincoln businesses and commercial structures safe for more than 50 years. From a simple fire extinguisher to full fire suppression systems, Lincoln has trusted General Fire and Safety to provide top-of-the-line products, installation, and maintenance. If you're starting a new business in a brand new building, call on General Fire and Safety to help you plan a fire safety system that fits the specific needs of your business, employees, and customers. Call General Fire and Safety today at 402-261-0116.
The Lincoln Stars take on the Dubuque Fighting Saints at 7:05 this Friday night at the Icebox in an Eastern Conference clash. Cheer on your Stars as they look to build off their USHL Best 9-2 record. Get your tickets now to see all of the goals, hits, and fights at LincolnStars.com.
Now back to The Drive with AD, Raff, and Ahman Green on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com.
All right, everybody, we're back again. This is The Drive on 93.7 The Ticket, wrapping up another Friday show, Lincoln, Nebraska.
Jim, good morning. You said, Jim, I'm not sure.
No, don't worry about it.
Okay.
Don't worry about that.
Okay, there we go.
Perfect.
Okay, I see what you're saying. I got you on that. First we got the RGTZ. Raff, what do we got for the RGT today, my man?
All right, everybody. Today's Raff's Good Take goes out to Suraj Mahapatra.
Oh, yeah.
One of the coolest dudes. Big Broncos fan, so that's very
good dude.
But just super nice guy. Don't see him all that much. Usually it's about once every 4th of July I run into him. Just a great guy. Always friendly, super nice. Just the, what I would say, the definition of Raff's Good Take. Just a great person. So Suraj, I hope you have a very happy birthday. And you are Raff's Good Take.
I love it. Folks, the 80 attitude adjustment is this. It's the beginning of a new month. There it is, November 1st. We have 60 and a half days left of the year. Wow. 60 and a half days left of 2024. What am I saying that? Enjoy them. Folks, I'm going to tell you this right now. Before we know it, Thanksgiving is going to be here. Then, in fact, we're already seeing the Christmas commercials already, which just blows me away. They start playing Christmas songs already.
I heard AD was listening to Christmas music on the way here. Little Mariah Carey.
I promise you I wasn't. It's going to go quick. So this year is closing down fast on us. Those things, those goals you may have set all those days ago, 300 days ago now, give or take. You may say, well, Aaron, I only got 60 days left. Do what you can. You got 60 days left. Do what you can. 60 days left. What it's going to be. Do what you can.
All right, so we got about a minute left in the
predictions.
show.
Yeah, start with your predictions, man.
I think Nebraska's going to handle this one.
What's your score?
I'm going to say 31-9. 31-9. 31-4. I mean 10 maybe. I don't see UCLA getting to the end zone more than once.
Okay. 31-10. Raff, what you got?
I am going to go with 27 to. Gosh, I would go 31-10.
You can still go that score.
I'm going 27-7.
You're crying.
I was like 31-10.
I am going Nebraska 28-14. Nebraska takes care of business tomorrow 28-14. I think it's going to be closely contested, though. I don't think it'll be a runaway. If it is, I'll take it. But I think it's going to be 28-14, and I think it's going to be a slug match, quite honestly. until Nebraska proves differently. But I think 28-14, Nebraska gets it done.
Sarah, Nebraska volleyball win tonight?
Volleyball's winning in 5 sets. We're beating Wisconsin. And football's going to get it done. We're going bowling.
I love it. I love it, Sarah. And Sarah's going to be there at the football game tomorrow on the sideline doing video. So congrats to you on that. Nebraska women do take on Wisconsin tonight in Madison, Wisconsin. A place, Nick, they haven't won since when?
2015, right?
2013, over 11 years ago. So big good luck to the women and Coach Cook as they take on the Badgers tonight there. Raff, take us home, my man.
All right, everyone. Have a great Friday. Remember, be nice to each other and go
be
Big
nice.
Red. Gotta go.